makes a lot of sense. Do they want to first pick it, though, is the real question. Lots of thought going into the last ban and the first pick here for SKT. They're hovering the Galio, and that's going to be the pick.
And a lot of people at home, a lot of SKT fans will groan because Galio, and specifically SKT on Galio, have not been able to pull off much on the blue side. When you think of the scenario where it's picked, the only answering pick that makes a lot of sense is the Corki. When it comes to normal meta stuff, Azir would have been the first choice by Crown. It's banned away. A lot of farm lanes can go into it, but given the bans, it felt like too much of a cost to bring Ultra Comfort to KSV. The cost is going to be Ezreal, and might just be a very early reach for an entire bot lane. CoreJJ's played a lot of Braum this season. Last time out against BBQ, it felt like they got no value out of the Cosmic Radiance and is well kited. They're still going to consider it. It would still be comfort, but I'd be surprised to see it taken this early. And this lock-in Camille, a flex pick between Haru and Kyuve.
Yeah, I would expect Kyuve to pick that one up, but we'll have to wait and see. The flex pick, as you did mention. They're thinking about taking the Rengar away from Haru here. So
the reason why I actually disagree with that is that it's actually, Camille's a really good matchup into Kha'Zix. So if it's Kha'Zix taken on the blue side, I think they'd like to flex Camille into the jungle. If it's not, then I think that you're right. There is a really, very real chance we will see the top lane Camille in this game. Let's see Tal on more of his aggressive picks. I know he's got his pocket Trundle as well. That's what it's actually named for, his ID. It's about locking in Trundle to Hal. But it's going to be Varus, just a bit of lane presence taken so far. Look at this, though. They're going to lock in the Vladimir. Expected to be for the top laner, expected to be for Tal. It is aggression. Let's see what KSV makes of this early round drop, because there's a lot of CC and AoE wombo from the side of SKT.
Yeah, but definitely a couple of picks that you can ban out going into the next phase, like a Jarvan from the jungle, something like that, to go with the Galio.
Zac
also
as well.
the Zac or the Kha'Zix. Definitely a bunch of picks that you would have to think about banning going into this next phase. The Braum is going to be picked up here for CoreJJ.
Usually when you look at the first three picks, you have a pretty good idea of what a team wants to do. And I think KSV will look at SKT and say, okay, they're looking to group up and wombo, something they've failed to do multiple times this season. Let's focus on reinforcing our side lanes and being able to play 1-3-1. That's what KSV is trying to do in the draft. And look at support bans for now. Tahm Kench, the first denial here away from Wolf, is still playing a lot of jungle in his solo queue, so taking away one of his famous legacy CC from Crown as an answer to the Galio.
Ooh.
It's an old favorite of his. We don't see this matchup often. It's usually just Cassiopeia and Rise. So on the first day of the season. Okay, he's going to look for pretty heavy punish. Cassio was indirectly nerfed on this patch because you do draw minion aggro when you go for your Twin Fangs. So while it's not really relevant at level 2 because your Q was already drawing minion aggro at level 1, where you just walk up and try to proxy the wave. Faker famously doing that against Maple at MSI. You cannot do that as freely. You do take trade damage, but the Cassiopeia is something they hold on to for a while. Arguably because it's something that's very easy to gank, it is exploitable, but they'd already taken Jarvan, so they're going to pick Cassio for comp. Big mid lane consistent damage, but risky. Cassio's very feast or famine.
He's got to be on his game, right? One of the best disengaging ultimates in the game, but it's really hard to aim. You have to have nearly perfect timing, and it's also hard to pull off against a Galio that's jumping directly on your head, right? You can't aim up as Cassiopeia.
And it's much more than that. It does feel like a self-counter bit because Vlad's going to be ghost flashing after you with the hero's entrance on you. Jarvan's going to be diving as well. This is the sort of game where Cassio can't actually get the multiple spell rotations off because there's so much engaged. So very surprising. Query is, will he not just be womboed to death by the enemy team? As Haru not having the most fun with the Krugs.
Is he going to have time to get 3 spells off before he gets dunked by the combo of Galio Jarvan? Was very surprised that they let that wait for the
no TPs on Kyuve or Crown.
Okay, and here we go. Galio making his way in. Nice dodge by Ruler, but it's 4-on-2 now with Cosmic Radiance. That's going to be enough to get 1. Can they get 2? The flash comes in from CoreJJ. Faker wants a little bit more, but there it comes in. And now Kyuve is going to TP down in the bottom lane. But again, 4-on-1, and he's all alone under turret. Should not matter. 1 knock up into the damage. Just a little bit more will do it. It's kind of funny to watch the Galio and the Jarvan and the Taric trying to get damage, but they cannot kill him. Faker's still trying to get on top of him. A double taunt, and finally they do it. Takes long enough. but that's going to be enough to get that down. Crown in the mid lane, and the Rift Herald being taken by Haru, just ignoring the bottom side, trying to get map objectives.
But it still ends up being 3 kills for SKT and KSV. What are they thinking? Crown did not have, he doesn't have the teleport, of course he's gone cleanse. QV had Ignite at the time, so only could go back and then very late teleport to the bot side. They could have just given up the objective and a single kill. The gank timing from SKT was intelligent. We haven't seen enough teams take advantage of summoners. Seen a lot of weird summoners in bot lane where 4 people have been rocking up with teleports. But the turret dive does come in with the Galio to reinforce. Ruler had expected there to be early action. He went Trinity Force to have some mid-game impact. That's not relevant when you're getting turret dived. It took a lot of extra time, which SKT would have preferred to be spent doing other things, but they still get the turret. They still get 3 kills, and KSV never disengaged.
It's definitely a moment in solo queue, especially in Korea, where everybody would be question pinging Haru and Crown, because it takes so long for them to finally kill everybody. And as you mentioned, yes, they could have just backed off, given up the tower.
But he comes in. That part makes sense. It's mid lane.
Okay, they're going for CoreJJ once again. They know his flash is down. This should be an easy kill. There it is. Even the TP from Tao, not even needed on the backside, but they get the kill.
They're actually on Ruler.
Okay, look at Bang going in. 1v2. Didn't see Haru there. Having a little bit of trouble, but Haru now getting himself caught. Oh boy, that's not going to be good. 1v4. As they're just running themselves into it at this point.
Yeah, it feels like KSV are on solo queue identities. You bring up the point, but they're just all alone. They're playing against a team of SKT. SKT is roaming around as a death squad.
And it's going to be enough. I mean, QV going 1v3 here. One Dazzle will finish him off. Tal getting the very important kill up in the tops against Haru. And now he's looking for Crown. Actually does not dodge that ultimate, but he captures him in the Cataclysm. That's all he had to do. Lots of support here from KSV, but Crown is running towards QV. 3 members coming in now, trying to save Blossom first. Is Wolf at the Cosmic Radiance. A very broken up fight, but the Cassiopeia goes down first. Really nice flat ultimate in the back line too. That's gonna be 2 kills. Can we make it 3? CoreJJ extremely low, but he does get away with his life. Super broken up. SKT gonna come ahead of that one.
And wherever Blossom goes, action will follow. Great follow-up from SKT. They're happy to take any fight right now. They're massively ahead in gold. 5,600-ish, still no kills on the board from KSV. Blossom walks up, steals away a Raptor, and they're turning on to Baron.
Stole everything there, the big one, 82 extra gold. They're going in, Haru has a chance here. They do have to push him back. You notice how they're stopping. Faker coming in, looking for the taunt, but they're DPSing this one in. It's going to be close. Haru tries, but he cannot get it. They kill him before he can even get a smite off. That's going to be the Baron to SKT.
And that moment is noticeable improvement for SKT. Blossom had the Baron stolen away and stole the Baron against BBQ. They free DPS'd it down against BBQ, and the steal came in from Bono. This time it was much better as we rewind a little bit. No flash up on Crown. He's trying to clear, but anywhere on the map is too far when there is the enemy team invading through vision. They knew that SKT was on this side, but Crown continued to push up. Takes a long time for him to die. The Cosmic Radiance is not used ideally. SKT are just piling in by the end, but this is a gold lead. This is the right mindset for them to attack. Attack they do, and to the aggressor, the spoils for SKT T1.
Yeah. Talked about that Cosmic Radiance. It was specifically to save Blossom and keep him alive in that fight, even after going in with the flag and drag with no escape outside of his flash, but still makes it work. Faker's diving under the turret against Crown. The perfect dodge there on the ultimate, gets the solo kill underneath the turret. They're so far ahead. Faker, he's feeling confident again. He's showing off.
Yeah, there's the payback for World Final. No Malzahar for you this time, Crown.
Yeah.
Trying to outplay on the Cassio, not working. They keep pushing in. SKT wants to send game home early. They don't want to allow KSV a single kill.
Yeah, they want to push this one in. As you're saying, Blossom, it's so funny to just watch him walk in alone, totally fearless in the face of every single KSV member.
Here's our new overlay, by the way, guys. We do have the respawn timers for the inhibitor. Probably not going to be relevant in this game, but we're going to see a second one pile up soon, and 3 might actually roll down in one push.
It makes sense. I like this little graphic, especially for the super long games when it does matter. for the specific ones. But as you mentioned, in this game, it's just going to be every inhibitor going down. 1, 2, 3, they fall like dominoes, and now they're engaging here onto the Yorn. That's going to be the bouncy castle onto one member, at least. Not able to fully engage, but chipping away at KSV as SKT looks strong, moving in as a team. Tall getting low, but having that Galio ultimate to keep him alive. Redemption coming on in, getting super low. Does keep him alive, and Blossom goes in. Nice little cataclysm. That's going to do it. Put 2 more on the board. Haru trying to make things interesting, but just cannot at this point. They are too far behind. That's going to be the second Nexus turret going down, and that is going to be game number 1. Going over to SKT over KSV. There you go, 1-0, 13-1, very one-sided.
The buddy system enacted by SKT T1. They make us a believer of the bouncy castle. They make us a believer of early integrating in Blossom, who 3 out of 4 games has been smiling at the end of it. The buddy system was so fun to watch. Everyone was trying to play around the natural aggressive tendencies, and seeing Faker, Wolf, and Bang actually aggressive, actually pushing and being opportunistic, no longer shackled by all the expectations of the fans and of the history, was heartening to watch for any SKT fan. If this is the SKT they want to watch, that's the SKT they